Good evening, everyone. Welcome to, from what I know, the first ever Kaiserreich preview. What we'll be doing here is taking a look at a new country that's been added in, what will be added for Kaiserreich 0.6. The placeholder here is just ignore that. 0.5.3 should be out now. The hotfixes in that one, they should be out now. But while people were hotfixing that, of course people worked on. So a few countries, well, a country is already done. Yeah, I'll lower the volume there. Please, if there are any other audio issues, tell me, because I can't really see. So we'll be taking a look at a new country. It has its own focus tree, it has its own events, of course. I will say before we start and show which one it is, it's all hot code, it's all new. Stuff might break, stuff might not break. I'm hoping for the latter. But the country we'll be looking at today will be a puppet of Germany. No, I'm not using 16:9. I'm a widescreen monitor. It is what it is. But we'll be taking a look at a new lovely blue country called German East Asia, or Deutsch Ostasien. It's a great country, it has a great navy, so we'll just hop right into it. Now, of course, I'm gonna thank the Kaiserreich team, will be knowing everything. So, welcome to this country. What this country owns is a few territories throughout the Pacific here, and I'll be showing those off. We have our capital here in Singapore, with one big state here, that of the Kingdom of Siam. We own Vietnam, basically, where we have this. We have a bit of China. We own a state here. These states are nice. You won't be using them too much. They are quite worthless. And we own a bit here in the Indies, you know, right next to Netherlands and the Australasians, and a bit of islands here. Yeah, Vietnam and Laos there. Thank you. So that's the provinces that we own. This will be for now a YouTube vlog, but I will be putting it on YouTube later. Now, our country is ruled by Helmut van Mocke, and sorry for possible pronunciations there. We have a nice assortment of companies already, but one of the things that is quite a lot of effort is ministers, so we'll be missing those. It shouldn't be too bad. We are, of course, a puppet of East Asia, and we have a few modifiers here. We have the colonial question. The amount of manpower we can recruit to our land-based arm is heavily limited. Strict regulations regarding foreign nationalists joining and a general lack of willingness by the natives stifles our attempt to build a larger force. This makes sense since we're kind of an occupation force just with a country. So we'll be having some manpower problem. Besides that, we are basically an admiralty with a country, which is great for our navy. So we get a nice bonus to doctrine research time. So as both Grand Admiral of the Ostasian Flotte and Governor of the Deutsch Ostasien, Helmut wields a vast amount of power and influence, including the field of warfare with naval matters. And of course, we are a colonial government, which is just a certain type. Well, this got copied from another place. Yeah, the AOG is the Allgemeine Ostasien Gesellschaft. Oh yeah, I don't think there will be many people in chat who don't know what Kaiserreich is, but to do a very quick recap, Germany won World War I. They forced their will upon a lot of people in a lot of countries, and spliced. You know, for example, we have French. The Commune of French, you have the French Republic. The German Empire owns a host of land throughout the world here. here. And they used to own this too, but that got converted into its own country, which we'll be taking a look at now. Another one is over here. These are all puppets of Germany still, and they are our allies. Now let's look at resources. Where the hell is the damn map mode? So we own quite a bit. Mostly rubber, tungsten, steel. Steel not too much, especially if you later in the game you'll be having a lack of that, but you will never have too much rubber. It won't happen, because it's over here, it's over here. You have a nice amount of oil too. There's nothing over here, which kind of makes sense. They are small islands, except, you know, over here where there's a gigantic chromium deposit. Thank you there, Marvin. Then we have our land over here, which is rubber, chromium, some tungsten, and nothing over here. So yeah, for trade, we won't be having a lack of resources and other factories. Yeah, so this is the dev version. This is basically the same as the master. However, it has no other focus trees in it besides this one that are new. So I'll show the focus tree off in a bit, but you can ask all you want about new ones, but there are 0. I'm glad someone mentioned the China rework. So while this is in Asia, this is no indication that this is the China rework. Of course we're still working on it, and we would love for it to be done, but it's a giant piece of work. So that the fact that German East Asia is almost done does not indicate the fact that the China rework will be 0.6. Just to make sure no one gets their hopes up and gets crushed when it actually releases. Oh yeah, if you want to ask questions, use my full name, but because it's unpronounceable by 99% of the people, you can also use Nitro as a shorter version there. Now, let's hop into the meat of it, our focus tree. So, of course, we can only pick one focus, so let's do that first, which is called the status of the Admiralty. We have a few bits here. It's not too big of a tree. Now, this might get expanded, but this isn't the greatest nation. In principle, you will stay a puppet. However, I do have a solution for that later. So we have our Ostasian force bit, which is a decision between will you go for a German force or use the locals. Now, a German force will make sure that your army is quite strong, I'd argue, but you will have even less manpower. But as a bonus, you will get a few elite German troops. Of course, you can ask Germany for support, since you are a puppet of them, or you can go with natives, significantly weakening your country, but you will gain more men. Now you have the budget crunch, because you're a German puppet, you will get hit by Black Monday like a giant hammer, so you gotta fix that. And of course you have investments in your country, and which you will wrap up right here. These focuses unfortunately do nothing yet. This is after all very hot code. We have a bit for flying corps here. We are after all a navy, so it's not too important, but you get a few nice military factories from this tree too. But mostly it's the standard air experience, air bases, and aerial doctrine. Then we have our fleet here. Now this is a big part of our tree. We already start with a giant, powerful navy. Which nation is you can see over here, but it's German East Asia. So we have Grand Fleet, fleeting being, we can reinforce some coastal lines here. We can of course get more dockyards, naval bases, and something that's still missing, and some nice standard research tech, and of course marine foci. Now these one I would love to show you off, however, as it is still work in progress and we would have liked to have it all done, the internal affairs part is not yet done, so for that you will have to wait till it actually gets released. This is separate. Yeah, this is separate from the Allgemeine Ausländische Gesellschaft and from the legislation cities. So this is, as you can see, more in Southeast Asia and not in East Asia. We'll see a full German and Ottoman focus. We already have the Ottoman focus, a new one that got released a few patches ago. I remember doing a stream on these when it got just released. Just like not a preview stream, just when it was just out. And of course Germany has their own currency, even though it is gigantic, so you can spend a lot of time on this. Yeah, this is technically its own colony, however it's still kind of ruled by the Navy, which you can see by, you know, this lovely amount here. Now I'm gonna Persia is already in, I think, too. Finland, I'm not sure. We can of course consolidate our army here. It won't do much. I'll pull them all to the mainland. Since we are a puppet, we won't be able to declare any wars, and there are no first focuses currently in place for that. Now, luckily, I have a relatively good computer, so we'll be speed 5ing it till the Zweite Weltkrieg breaks out. Tech is fairly standard. We don't start out with too many special stuff, but we will of course go for the normal starting stuff, research, etc. I mean, if you want to ask what country is being worked on, it's like basically every single country. We will actually build up quite a bit of economy in the end. Our starting divisions do not have artillery, but it's a very good idea to still build that up, because it's towed artillery. It's a great thing for soft attack. The new country is the one I'm playing right now, which is German East Asia. What am I missing? I have you. Any question about when will something have a focus tree? Something I can't possibly answer. So many places have people that are actively working on them, but that won't necessarily mean that it'll be done right now. Actually, so I'll be having this force as my the one that actually goes out to fight. I'll consolidate them here. They would and have a small backup force here to make sure that I don't get absolutely murdered if someone lands over here. So I'll give them a small fallback line, 3 divisions there. It's not the AOG, it's a separate country, it's different. I think, alright, we can set up the Navy, but as I said, we won't be doing any fighting here, so it's not really needed. I will consolidate it, however, to make sure that it's everything all in one place, since it is quite spread out. Once we actually start in a war, I'll be properly grabbing all these ships and making sub-hunting fleets, interceptor fleets, and just one big one to wall up the French with. From my preview, for my exploration of this country, oh, that feels so good. You just get a whole sea covered in positive action. Now we will speed 5ing through this. Oh yeah, of course, our civilian factories. In the beginning, it's reasonable to build this up to be able to get more resources, since of course you can't get more resources with factories gained via trading, so you need these for the iron you're going to be using later. You don't have many plus percentages here, which is unfortunate. Even your capital only has plus 40. Its strengths are the fact that so with the starting, we have high popularity. I'll answer your question first. One of your great strengths is the fact that you can have a very strong army, where you have the these modifiers I'm talking about. Then these ones, they'll give you the German force, which are pretty good plus attack, division attack, and of course your navy is incredibly powerful. This is not temporary as far as I know. You can tag Indy, who is the one who made this country, with all those questions. Alright, so Pearl of the Orient. Ever since the British collapse in 1926, the Kaiserliche Marine has been the undisputed master of the Eastern Seas and the guardian of the Western Order in the Orient. The retreat of the British China station to Australasia left her Asian colonies and concessions vulnerable to native socialist insurrection and in need of protection only Germany could offer, completing a string of colonies and concessions from Suez to Tsingtao. This glorious achievement came at a cost, however. Our expansion in the east was unusual in its rapidity and skill, bringing our jurisdiction over a diverse and complicated series of colonies divorced from their metropole, forced to acknowledge our superiority and yet all too Byzantine to reconstruct or totally reorder, lest they collapse and bring our own administration with them. Thus, German East Asia exists not as a colony or even formally as an authority, but instead as a jurisdiction, a stretch of territory in which the relatively impartial Admiralty must at once balance local interest, contend with varying colonial systems, and ensure the protection of it all. Despite our dominance, Japan remains a threat, determined as to ever push us out of the east and claim it for itself. Our brave soldiers staring theirs down over the legislation cities, and our glorious battleships vigilant across the sea. Looking past matters of internal difficulty, they may yet be reckoning, and it is in the Admiralty's duty to ensure that when the time comes, it is ready. What would happen to the all small? It's in the current patch that can still happen, where Deutsch Mittelafrika can explode into a very colorful array of countries. So as I said, there won't be much doing. So you're basically a navy. There's very little industry. I mean, this is Southeast Asia. It's like 90% jungle. But you can still build up, of course. Of course, we have William VII. Then I will be looking at a lot of the other worlds while this is happening, because of course the United States war will trigger and the Spanish war. Yeah, of course you can develop your interest always. Black Monday. The situation in Germany is dire. The German economy is in tatters and the colonies are sure to follow. We must cut back on our spending and immediately look for ways to buttress East Asia's already weakening economy. Recovery could take many years. So we get a huge wallop of negative political power and we gain Black Monday, which is, as usual, pretty bad. Now, fortunately, it's not too hard for us to get rid of that. Of course, we have the electoral gridlock there. Now, the most common news events I won't go over since it's just a lot of reading. Of course, we will downfall instability. For the people who don't know, Kaiserreich implements a stability system based upon your political power, which we need to get to to positive to go back to normal. So yeah, the end of Black Week. A week has passed since the initial Black Berlin stock market crash. Rubber and tin, our main export commodities, have already lost more than half of their pre-Black Monday value due to the collapse of tire demand from the automotive industry. Meanwhile, rice exports to the European market have ground to a halt, leaving tens of thousands of tons rotting in the fields and on the docks. Europeans in Singapore, Saigon and other cities with few savings and no land ownership gambled and lost everything on the market, and now find themselves little better off than their Indo-Chinese neighbors. No, this country won't explode back. Middle Africa is a special one in that because it is so big and has so many different nationalities. Now I'm playing as German East Asia here. I didn't want to, I'll add it the title actually, because I will get a lot in your question. German. There we go. Title is updated. Instability in Indochina. Since our expedition armies destroyed Ho Chi Minh and his syndicalist agitators in Guangzhou 10 years ago, Indochina has enjoyed a relatively stable period, but the recent Berlin stock market crash, or Black Monday, has shown a devastating impact on the highly commercialized Indo-Chinese economy. Strikes and rice riots are spreading in Tonkin, Annam and Cochinchina, Urban students and intellectuals ask for more freedom. What's worse, our intelligence suggests some underground revolutionaries are secretly expanding their power. So it's not going so great. Germany will recover. I'm sure they'll win the Zweite Weltkrieg with my incredible influence there. Yeah, the German Navy is indeed smaller now, with support having to come from the east. You really have a very, very strong navy. I mean, look at this. Just, you have 2 carriers, which are super powerful. Nationalist agitation in Tonkin. We have uncovered a series of nationalist and anti-colonialist movements in Tonkin. In every corner of Hanoi, agitators are disseminating pamphlets calling for national unity and independence. We've lost some national unity right now. The ringleader behind the agitation is a group called the Vietnamese Nationalist Party. Our agents have discovered an insidious plan. These bandits are infiltrating our garrisons in Tonkin. We must prepare for this. And of course we have Bao Dai returns to Indochina. He is the monarch of Annam and recently visited his study in Germany and returned to Emperor China. So he is our puppet emperor. Or maybe we can just put him back, because we don't want any power here sharing. Of course, the Pope dies, which kicks off the Italy. Now, a lot of people, of course, saw the new Italy setup. That's not in this version of the game, so I can't show that off. And even if I could, I wouldn't, because I'm not allowed. We have the remilitarization of Altina. So now So the first thing, of course, is to start getting rid of all those negative modifiers there. Now, I'm not putting a battle line here because it's not really needed. Now, one thing I will do... Later on, you will get some units that are barely below level up, so you will drill those to get to the next level. No manpowers. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how that works. You can get manpower back, and it's a bit of an annoying trade-off because normally I prefer the this line, the superior firepower, but you really have so little men, you almost have to go for mass assault. There is no other choice. You just need this one. You just need the recruitable population. Could you show us the focus tree, Daddy? Yeah, sure. You'll of course be seeing a lot more during the campaign. This campaign will last, say, a few hours. We'll be playing at least till 45. The focus tree in full is this. You have the military part, you have the economy part, which starts out here. You have air, navy, and internal affairs, which are unfortunately yet unfinished. The Papal Conclave, of course, which will bring on the collapse of a part of Italy. So we'll continue with floating our marks there. Now it's 36. Of course, we will go into our production. You can choose dispersed, but it's not really needed, purely because you won't be fighting on your own land at all. Show the military selection of... Alright, so sure, I'll go over that. So, I'll be going for the German focus tree. It's, yeah, German East Asia will be in 0.6. So you have use the locals, which will... I'll pause here for a bit. So, you start off with this one, which is your colonial question. And you can choose 2 paths. So, either you go for the German focus, which will give you less. You will go from -70 to -80, but you will get recovery rate, attack, defense, but you will get more training time. You can get some land doctrine and some elite units, or you can go for locals, which will give you you will get 30% recruitable population factor. So you get a third or so more population but you will lose recovery rate, attack and defense, which is, in my opinion, too much. You get some locals, but here's another one. So, oh, this got changed. This used to be minus recovery rate and attack. So Indy sniped me there with an update. So you get that, and you get this one. So personally, because you still don't have that many manpower, I will personally go for a German force and then go for the mass assault doctrine. I can't tell which focus tree will be in, mostly because on one hand I don't know, and on the other hand I'm not allowed. So the Yanbai mutiny. Today some Tonk Chinese garrisons in Yanbai, a military post near the Sino-Indo-Chinese border, organized a mutiny against our colonial officials. I think that's a spelling error there, Indy. You might want to go fix that. Along with them are armed infiltrators of VNQDD, which is the party there of them. Thanks to our agents, we sabotaged their plan to launch a coordinated uprising. We fended off the rebels and begun a large-scale crackdown in Tonkin. Now the desperate revolts are fleeing to the mountainous areas in the Sino-Chinese border. So what we can declare martial law or concentrate our force. So we will crush them. Ryukyu a country? I somehow doubt that. So we have float to the mark, and we finally are above. So we are currently at the halfway point. What this focus does, it replaces your with austerity measures. So you will gain a bit of national unity, production efficiency, cap, factory output, the whole shebang there. And later in the tree you will fully remove it. Instability in Indochina. When our forces occupied in suppressing the nationalists in Tonkin, the situation in Indochina, or Conchichina, is growing unstable. Strikes suspiciously decreased, but trade and unions activists are reported to have frequent meetings. Rumors are spreading that agitators disguised as monk and merchants are organizing peasants into secret society in Cochinchina and southern Annam. Intelligence suggests many Vietnamese exiles illegally across the border and enter into China. And damn it, I let it expire. Well, TLDR, people ain't gonna be happy. Yeah, this country's not supposed to be in charge of specific holdings. Well, kinda, yes. It's mostly a navy with a country. Sounding like a younger DR Jake is quite unlikely since he is Scottish and I am Dutch. Jailbreak in Paulo Condor. This morning our central prison in Paulo Condor Island reported a mass jailbreak. This is a well-organized action. The jailbreakers escaped from a tunnel in the midnight, then embarked on pre-prepared junks and disappeared in the canal networks and marshes of the Mekong Delta. It's estimating some 150 out of the total 25,000 prisoners escaped. Most are left-wing subservience. The new countries, I mean, even as far as I know, is just Italy and this one. Oh yeah, my fleet is absolutely massive. Once the war breaks out, I will be able to swing this around with a mighty force. How many carriers? No, 2 in fact. 2 carriers here. You have the Blumenthal and the Rhone. They're all pretty, you know, fresh, but they're still very good. Computing power. See, it's 36 still. So we get some support companies. I'll grab this because we're gonna grab it anyway later because of our muckle manpower. I don't have the time to impose hard treatment there. For the people who don't know, I am a frequent watcher of DDR Jake and even a mod, so I am very familiar with his crackdown on people. But I won't be doing that unless, of course, people go way overboard. The Bindin Commune Movement. The Bindin province, the home of the Tai-San Rebellion, now witnesses a dramatic escalation of peasant movement. Demonstrators initially demanded an end to corvée labor. However, when they are ignored by local administrators, angry peasants begin to burn down administrative buildings, town halls and railway stations, destroy tax registers, pillage police stations. Local administration paralyzed and association called communes are formed. Uh-oh. The movement is now spreading to other provinces in southern Annan and Mekong. Clearly Viet Cong is behind all these movements. We must prepare for the worst. Could you show us the AOG focus tree is unfortunately still generic. Now this game will be... Oh, I am very... Alright, this is actually pretty new. This hasn't happened to any of my previous playthroughs. So we get a new focus here. We'll go for investments. The Saigon uprising. Some very nice debug text. Yesterday concerted insurgency simultaneously broke out from Tonkin to Cochin, China. Trade unions went into general strike and tried to occupy municipal government buildings. While in most places the order had been restored, Viet Cong brought their peasant rebels from Binh Dinh and Mekong to Saigon and entered the city. Local garrison defected and rebels seized control of key communications and administrative facilities in Saigon. Now, we won't let these damn Viet Cong step all over us right now. We will damn them all to hell. And no, there's maybe a reason that I brought all my forces over here, so come on there, game. Yeah. Let's go and stomp down here. Now, for some vague reason, I don't think they'll win. No, it's just weirdly vague. Just maybe a slight feeling here. So I'll wait for all my troops to arrive, which they should be doing. Damn it, damn that. Oh, they also rise up north. Now that it may be good that I did see that in time. Now if I put you over there. Now, of course, we have American democracy being ended, which, well, is very like our current situation. Yeah, of course. If you're at war, you will always get tons of... Oh, that's not so nice there, buddy. Now, maybe you should help out here. Now, of course, we have a few units here. So, I wonder how much they could do to us. Especially if we do a landing or something. How long do you take to finish up here, buddy? 21 days, right? 21 days. No, you should take care of that. They are without anything anyway. That one garrison unit. Which one? Oh, here. Now he is. That's nice of you to do utterly nothing, but... They have more troops than I initially thought, but I'm thinking we'll be fine. So this is always a bit annoying, having stuff like that. But we should be fine here, right? Even if prison going after... Oh, that's not nice of you. Poor Irish people. Some more research. It's 36 still. So we can't do much more here. We can't go for artillery, we'll be using that anyway. Oh! Well. Oh, come on. That was easier than I thought. Thank you there, Germans, but... Can I have that back? Please? Maybe? No? Alright, that's not so great. But was this worth a lot? Not really, but still annoying. So yeah, I think the Germans executed their plan a bit ahead of me. Alright. Time to use the console. Damn. To remember all, of course. No, the problem is for the pre-show, I turned off debug mode because it's really annoying. So I of course still can use consoles, but I can't look up the state numbers. But it's tax switch, god damn it. There's like, I can't ask for these things. There was no... Let's get the stability increase in some factories. Oh yeah, it was T-debug. There we go. Oh, this is horrible. Where the hell's the state ID there? 286. 286. Oh, of course. I always forget this, so please forgive me. That's country tag first. 286. What? Of course. It's country tag. Will be fixed after. Because one thing in... Wait a minute. Controller ID? Of course, there we go. And that's state ID 856. I very rarely use the console in that way. It's been a while. There we go, that's fixed. Concentrate industry. Thanks for the tip there. So we'll go for these, actually, because excavation is incredibly powerful. But so yeah, as Indy said there in chat, this will be fixed in release. Hey there, Beelzebub. Yeah. So we have the Civil War broke out, which is great as usual. So we have the Union State, the CSA, Pacific States. Did Hawaii get out? Yes, they did. Great. So of course, with our first one, we're gonna go for early mobilization. Maybe I should have gone for this one, but that'll be fine. We don't really need that right now. Yeah, I was debating between installing the mod player-led peace conferences too, but I thought that was a bit too much effort too. But it's very very understandable that one would do that, especially with these chaotic borders. The Indian Civil War hasn't triggered yet, but we of course do have this one. So I would have loved to send them volunteers, but I can't. Because there's the lovely 15 division requirement for that. In principle, your game shouldn't crash when using it. At least I've never heard of that. So yeah, we have our lovely Osasian buddies there being crushed. Now this will probably be fixed once they have a tree, because right now that's of course underpowered. Will Germany's Asia be able to influence Hawaii? It currently hasn't in it. In this version, 0 other nations have new trees. The political tree isn't implemented yet, so... oh, you can see the names just fine here. I'll show them off. So we have internal affairs, champagne diplomacy, drinking with the king, structural improvements, educational reforms, Entente with the Emperor, tax reform, land reform, Sultan of Johor, further powers of solar rubber reforms, Vietnamese railways, purchase new rolling stock, and finish the Tonkin Railway. These currently have no effects. But yeah, the AOG is being, well, I'm guessing crushed, because they're not doing much. I can't see, even though they are my... Of course, they're not a puppet, so I can't see anything about them. It's 37, so we know what that means. More outputs. Yeah, indeed, this is a demonstration, so I mean, if I wanted to, I could just say win wars and just do whatever the hell I'd want to, but I'm not gonna. It is a show-off of this country, of course, and not a show-off of what can I do with the console. So yeah, this is going nicely with the USA initially being pushed back. It's détente. What? Did I read that wrong? It says détente, but it's probably French, which means I can't pronounce that for Jack. Serbia, Europe is pretty calm so far, with Austria being surprisingly docile. What are they doing here? They're expanding their military, but they haven't grabbed any military foci yet. Although I can't see this. Why is the ASOG a puppet anymore? They're in principle more a company than a puppet. Yeah, the political tree will focus on the with the Russian Empire. What are the most balancing for KR multiplayer? We had a Kaiserreich internal multiplayer a while back that was also streamed, and the problem with that is it's not really balanced at all. The trouble there is that it's Kaiserreich, it's not a balanced game at all. In principle, of course, you would say put a player in most of the majors, and that could be relatively balanced. Although, of course, having that will be difficult in the further versions, because then you will have more spliced up Italy, which is in principle a major. But on the other hand, a coordinated this are the bonus, by the way. Grab weapon equipment research time, self-stack and breakthrough. But the problem is that a coordinated Britain, France, the Commune of France, and Russia will just absolutely murder Germany. Yeah, this will come with the new Italy revamp, which isn't in this version, so I can't show that off. Not even the map, which I would be allowed to, because of course it was already shown. This is all for 0.6, it's not some special 0.5.4. Actually, what I'm going to do, I have only 3, so that's not great. We'll get army experience later to modify it, so currently I'm just building up reserves of support equipment, motorized, etc. Go for, it's 37. So, our naval research is so good. But that's because we are basically a navy. We'll grab a lot of these once we have. We'll start with our fleet and being, of course, because that helps a lot with their power. Especially because you have a lot of large ships. Do you guys have a canon ending for KR? No. Why would we? To be fair, the current timeline is a bit in shambles and needs a good rewrite. But there's a chance we will never make one, because why would we? It's an open-ended story. So yeah, all these 3, of course, unfortunately. Oh, this one's new. Ooh, that's pretty good. Military Africa is our sister project. We'll consider similar levels of autonomy and such seek our cooperation. Not bad. Singapore will actually be useful. I am basically playing as Germany and Vietnam. Yeah. And Laos, and loads of other places. Spain is, of course, the Civil War triggered, so we have our lovely 3-way Civil War here between... One second, let me just debug that off. We have Kingdom of Spain, Careless Spain, and CNTFAI. And there goes the Joseon Empire, aka Korea. Yeah, this is a nice 3-way war. Just ignore this, it won't be there anymore. Ireland is still at war? How the hell are they still alive? And there we have the war orchestrated by one of my, well, arguably friends, the Black Winds, who made these 2 countries. They are pretty cool. If you want to play some new things, I would recommend Ab Initio, because they have an absolute gigantic amount of manpower. I don't think I needed to go from volunteer only until 44. It was kind of great. Why isn't there a go-to auto demo in the focus tree? Well, on one hand, it's led by the Admiralty, so there isn't really a government, a normal government to speak of, where they can't unless you have unless they are forcefully overthrown, they won't really change from the helmet's clique here. Yeah, as Flamefang says, it's an abnormality. It can't really go democratic. It's like making the military democratic. It's not gonna happen. So we have the Balkans, who are of course a hotbed of, well, just everything basically. I've seen the Union of Britain successfully invade Britain, Ireland a few times, but it's not gonna happen much because it's AI and naval landings. So we have more military ones. You really need a lot of these, and also a lot of these. You will, of course, it's infantry equipment. You will lose tons of those. So we're done over here. Indy, if you're in chat, could you tell me if these actually started doing something? Because they didn't in the preview version. We'll start with our army here. Some research available. It's still 37, so these are a bit out of the way. But we'll go start, of course, on our land doctrine, which I actually did too late. Celtic Union if it wins against UOB. Oh, disgusting. I mean, I can't really see them. Alright, cheers there. So, look forward to reinforcing your homeland. Right now, there aren't any wars in this area for you in the game, but that of course might change later. So right now it's just a straight way towards the factories, but later it might be a good idea to also reinforce your land, especially because you don't have that many victory points. So and of course not many national unity, so you might just get murdered if that gets landed upon. I mean, any other fleet is just irrelevant towards compared to yours. See how America's doing. Always nice those three-way civil wars. The objective of German East Asia. Why the hell all these cancels? Oh, of course, because they got into the war. Yeah, defend Asia against the Empire foes. So Japan. Yeah, not really many others, because the Netherlands are, as much as I love my home country, they aren't much in the way of protecting this. These aren't really hostile. China is more a hotbed, especially with these here. So it's mostly Japan. Currently there isn't much implemented that way, so you'll mostly be defending your homeland. And of course, since you're a puppet, no fabrication, no declaring war. Siam is potentially an enemy. However, so far I haven't come across any foci relating to that or events. Russia-Mongol War. If they align with Japan, I haven't had that happen yet, but I haven't played a giant amount of this. The Russian-Mongolian War, the thing is, the Mongolians have a focus called "The Russians Aren't Watching," which is kind of nice. This one used to have a spelling error that, of course, I generously corrected for them. The Russians should kill Mongolia, but I can't check it properly since it's a giant tree and I can't see where they actually are. Because I have no decryption, of course. It's not yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste a month of research on nothing, but we'll start this one. Usually a good king player could kill them pretty easily. There we go, the Fourth Balkan War. But that hasn't happened here. And of course they killed the Ma clique. Now here we have... No. Nepal? I mean... I know you're a nice country, but... No, it's not going to work out, buddy. So of course we have the standards. Bulgaria war here. Which they will most likely lose, as they usually do. But what the hell is Nepal doing? Ching. Alright, cheers. I'll try and keep that in mind. War with the Buryatia commune. Alright. Yeah, we'd love to fix that, but we can't, because welcome to Paradox and their inability to have different flags. It's the same for example, the Swiss, which have a square flag, but it's rectangular here. Mongolia attacked Russia while Russia was busy with Turkestan. Then Japan attacked Russia as well, and that's where harsh time for Russia begins. Russia usually has a very harsh time because, say they declare war upon Germany, Mongolia will jump in, Japan will jump in, everyone will just crush them. The official name of Qing, here it's just Qing. They have a modified tree, as some countries do. Nepal, not sure. I think it has the standard one. Yeah, not even modified. Go and bug devs about that. I'm sure they'll love it. It's no, wait the 3 days for the. A change in lore where Nepal changes their flag. I mean, if you're gonna change stuff in lore for those reasons, it's not really grounded. You can't just nilly-willy make changes in your lore for stuff like that. We have our German force. We will get even less manpower, but our men will be pretty strong. I'll wait with the left-hand foci here. They'll give you weapons, support artillery, and all sorts of weapons. However, they give you an infantry weapon bonus, and those are pretty good. So we'll use that for the STG 43 research. So we'll grab that focus in 1940 or just a bit before. It's a nice relaxing game. It'll be another year, a little bit more, till the Zweite Weltkrieg will break out. And then we finally will have some action. I won't drill my army either, because it's just gonna call... Like, we have this one, which I will actually... Right, so we did get some experience, which I will use to change you into a field hospital. Of course we'll add, like, this one's nice, but support artillery is just bad, so we'll put that there. We'll add field hospital, and we have only 20. To change this will cost 10, which of course I can't do that. I can't remove it to gain 0 to gain nothing. So I'll leave it at this, and then I'll change it later because I'm gonna do a bit of exercise with these, so we'll slowly fill that out. You, of course, will also get changed into you. So will this what we'll need. We'll need artillery and some report equipment, but we at least, well, it'll take a while. Are they reinforced yet? KR alphas for foci, well, betas more for sprites and flavor. How do you mean that? We have a lot of people working alongside each other, with usually a focus tree being stamped out, while at the same time other people they work on looking out ministers, finding out IRL people, checking if they would be alive, or like if they were in real life still alive in the reasonable period, because you can't really have people die rather easily. It takes up a lot of code, which is more annoying than anything. Yeah, this is not... there we go. So, it appears the Dutch released them. Oh, they're still puppets, so they're not free yet, but we have Dutch East Asia, but it's an upside-down Poland. It's nothing more than usual. The Dutch tree is a bit... Dutch. Let's just say that it's not really finished. But yeah, they kind of let go. And now we have Indonesia. Oh, we have Indonesia now. So yeah, they got released, and they. I have a feeling I know which faction they're gonna join. Just a rough guess. But yeah, the Dutch have Dutch East Poland. We all know that the Dutch are the rightful owners of, I'd say, every single country that touches the sea, so go for some extra research there. Yeah, please ease up on the caps, or else I will mod some more people who will be sure to crack down. So the Kurdistan uprising, not too special, unless the Axis also attack, which is the did it even form yet? No, the Axis didn't form. Now that's interesting. So normally the Sultanate of Egypt, Hassanid Arabia, and Persia will form a faction, which will just stab the Ottomans to death, but that's not happening. So, which will basically mean Kurdistan will be dead. Our first of these is done. So we'll go to partial mobilization. Is the Kaiserreich death team bigger than Paradox? Well, yes, but I mean, why? How couldn't it be? Paradox's teams are notoriously small compared to ordinary game dev teams, which of course somewhat explains the quality of their work, but that's more because it's very stressful work. And of course, like, Kaiserreich has a very different approach to adding people to the team, because Paradox is not going to hire nilly-willy. Yeah, my manpower pool has been 0 relatively from the start. It'll change in a bit though once I start upping these laws. You can get about 500,000 men if you filled up the tree. Yeah, the AI can choose to not make the Axis. It can happen. It might be that it'll form later. It's not theirs to make, but I think it's theirs to make. I haven't played too much around with these, so I'm not sure where it is exactly. I'm just doing a quick look over. It might be via event, which then I won't. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, the Arab Congress. Can't really see if they had it. Saigon has resist. Did I miss that? Yeah, oh yeah, access made by event. Saigon is over here. Wow. Oh, that's because it's... What? Oh, there are no factories here. Well, right there. There's a civi factory. Why the hell? Where are those horses? Garrison. Yeah, sure. Give him a nice worthless guy. Competitive request from wars from building. Well, that I already have done. But daily resistance grow. Can the it's the modifier there, and of course the resistance here doesn't help. So let's see how that war is gonna. I'll see if it goes down in a bit. Do I have? No, I don't have any occupied territories. So how did that war end? Maybe I should go the correct way here, but that's fine. All right, so the CNT FAI is dead, and it's currently between the Carlists and the Kingdom of Spain. Now, of course, we want these guys to win, if I recall correctly. Or it's the Kingdom of Spain. I was, for some reason, confused the two. But this should end in a while. Sometimes getting a gridlock where it just never ends. Bulgaria was annexed. Well, that was to be expected. So what are you? You're puppets of Serbia. Disgusting. Did you just tarmac the whole place? So, against whom? Wait, just the Union of Britain? What happened? I mean, sure, but that's interesting. Start making some boats here. Just the British... Oh, the British-Irish War! Alright. That's interesting. So I have some more divisions. So these are the pretty great troops. Well, I won't be meddling too much in the war there. I'm sure we can take care of it. Yeah. The Union of Britain actually started this, that I'm sure. The Nisha's in too. Nice, yeah, I could have predicted that. But... What? I mean, I knew you were bad there, UOB, but this is extreme. But, you know what? We know it's going to be fun, since our Navy has been doing quite jack all over here. Let's go and have some fun. Where's the... Oh, we only had 2. Alright, we have to set a port here, otherwise we're not going to be happy. So we set our port there, and we're going to go and annoy some French. We know too little. Wow, I really never would have guessed. Will Ireland start? We don't have a world war here. That's the Zweite Weltkrieg. So yeah, of course we'll do that. Still 38. That's already being done. I'll go notes. Oh no, wait, Nitro, not that. No, it's 38. So I'll go for this one. Actually, I have very little music. Why is that? The thing why I don't have the music mod on is because if I'm gonna put this on YouTube, but so many of the songs will just get stricken down and it's really annoying. So good luck doing anything. I leave my homeland unprotected because no one's gonna attack me here. It's not in yet. There we go. There's the Zweite Weltkrieg. So yeah, it really doesn't matter. Because you won't get attacked much here. I did 2 campaigns so far and I didn't get attacked once. So no one landed, no one did anything. Yeah, YouTube is a bit screwy, but I'm not gonna rob people who can't view this of the preview. So the war broke out, and what are we gonna do? Well, we're of course gonna help out. So it's actually, I'm gonna decline this because they're gonna wait all the way over to Saigon, which is just useless. I'll lower the music a bit here. I could of course also raise my voice, but I'd rather not. It's more because the audio levels become quite annoying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab you, just click that, remove the old one. I will leave the occupation force because it's still... No, wait. And they should all relocate. As far as I know, we haven't fully fleshed out everything that it will happen for 0.6. So, and even then, I couldn't say. So yeah, welcome to we're gonna crush every single navy in our way. They will never live. It will prevent any British from landing, which is a bit too late. Unfortunately, because we have quite a bit of them over here. But they have very little organization. But it's a huge amount of people. Could you check Belgium? It's been the small flag. You should be able to see the small flag over here. I think it's them. Yeah, Belgium. So the small flag is still wrong. This is the Russian Empire, still there, Jeff. Of Dr. Aftish, whatever you prefer. So now it's just waiting for my units to arrive. Well, yeah, sure, Mongolia. I would very much like that. So look, what the hell are they doing? Was it Alaska? What do you mean Alaska? This is still the United States here. And this war is still not going many places. The Zweite Weltkrieg did trigger earlier than I expected, but I can't really complain. So we'll go to limited conscription and gain a few thousand men. Now this we'll use for reinforcements. We won't be building anything yet. So what shall we grab? It's not yet 1940, but I will actually go over here for the factories, which will be pretty good to use. Oh yeah, Indy is like an insanely talented artist who makes so many foci icons. We'll see this a lot, by the way, and it's usually this, which is pretty good. Look at all those. Like, normally the naval aspect of Hearts of Iron is not that interesting, but when you murder every single navy you meet, it's... currently, the Commonwealth, they also didn't grab this, the Canadians, and the United States neither, but they are invading the Union of Britain, so now the Empire of Japan is actually doing something. So, where are my troops? I think they're still moving somewhere. This might not be the best idea I've ever had. Because I have some ships. Oh no, those are just divisions. So I think they'll make... Oh boy. I'm seeing this decrease. I think. So these are pretty annoying, but they never do much damage. And the previous game, alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this navy. I'm gonna grab... Let's see, what shall we do? I think half of these. So we can have you. Where's the else button? So we have you, and we bring you over here. And then we grab the big one again, and we grab destroyers. We have those. I'll put them over here too. So then we let that go. And then we wait. There are they all going? Because of course they all went. Destroyers, go over there, please. And have of the light cruisers. It's like I'm playing World of Warships again. So I'll merge these together. Actually, just grab another one. I'll make these. I think I'll make the search and destroy over here, and just over here too. But you will actually have another port over here. Control right click, and I'll make you search and destroy over here, here, and here. They should prevent any losses here. This will carry on for a lot, but you shouldn't lose too much. Does Australasia have the bulk of the British Empire Navy? If so, could they make East Asia rather interesting with two giant colonial navies plus Japan? I'm not sure. Is that a naval, just naval combat? I'll go check it out. Large ship and low strength. This is a big battle. Oh boy. What are you doing, my navy? For some reason, I think that was a bad idea. It's a lot of battle. Oh, come on, destroy the battleship, please. Come on. Oh, we lost a lot of ships here. So did they, boy. So you're repairing goods. I could check the navy of Australasia here. They have 88 to 112. Oh, it's convoys. Never mind here. They have a sizable navy. Suppose those will come after you next. Uh-oh. Alright, so they grabbed... King. Where the hell were they? Attack focus. They have demand Indonesia here. There is no other hostile foci here. They have... No, there's no other one here. You have alliance with Siam, which might trigger it. And you have the conquer the colony. Hey, don't blame me for it. I think it's on weighted shuffle now. Anyhow, I think it might be this one, but it needs to be a piece for that. But it might just murder me very much. It doesn't give them claims on the land that I own, I think. Because it's the... No, please. Because it's Malaya, Stumsreng, Annam. Maybe it'll be added later, or it's already in and I'm gonna have a very bad time soon. Jesus Christ. Look at this. That's insane. Let's get rid of these. They're all the same. French naval bombers and damage done, but how much? Here, they lose very little strength. And you can't clear these out by doing... Oh, that didn't work before. Oh, we got defeated. Oh, that's a not so good battlecruiser. And they just lost a battleship. I think I should merge the navies that I have here. Where's the other one? Oof. Yeah, just repair. How much ships you kill? 2, 1. Oof. It's going worse than in my previous game, but I'm sure we'll. Let's ready in. Oh, that might not be so much fun. We should get some equipment so we could actually see the enemy. Yeah, sure. If you want to keep helping out there. Oh my lord. I think we might want to help out over here. What the hell are you doing here? Is there a national focus? No, there's currently no national focus for taking Indochina. Or Indonesia, I mean, sorry. I have no clue why Germany is getting wrecked. I mean, and the Russians haven't even declared war yet. See how this is gonna go. Now the problem here is they are getting tons of supplies. Carry on here for the... Nice, thank you for arriving. Oh yeah, we're losing tons here. It's very possible the Kaiser loses. I hadn't really prepared for that, but it still might happen here. So as you can see, that were a lot of their ships. Sorry, naval bombers. Well, I hope this will go better than it's going now. Oh no, Free Liberia! Damn it! What happened to you? Well, of course you got absolute word. How's the, well, I was about to say how are the Intricalists doing, but they're dead. We have Carlist Spain here. They haven't joined us in any of our wars. At least we're winning now. At least we're winning 8 battle here. It's not going so great. And we won't have manpower for it until, like, 4 more foci down. Sorry, researches down. And we're losing this. Oh yes, we aren't winning this. This might be a way shorter campaign than I had envisioned. Oh boy, but if that happens, I might have another idea. Now, because I made a debug event to stop being the puppets of, to stop becoming puppets of Germany, so I could just restart, trigger that in the at the start, and just go ham. But I'm sure we'll. I'm sure this will end fine, you know, with France marching in and the Britons on our back. So, what I think is the big reason for this is the fact that the war started about 1.5 years earlier than it would normally start, which gives Germany a lot less time to build up. It wasn't, for me, it didn't matter that much, but for Germany, especially their foci, it mattered quite a bit. Who's the leader of this fine colonial nation? That would be me, or the Germans, in this case. The Admiralty. Now, this is going very mediocre, with us holding them back, but, oh, I mean the leader here, yes, that's Helmut von Mucke. Well, why would anyone want to create a Third Reich there? One winning battle here, so you will be the true Germany. I mean, French Germany, or the puppets they release, they're disgusting. Yeah, I'm gonna go for more men here. many can? Oh boy, that's not so great. So we can only recruit right over here, and we'll add them to this place. Come on, there we go. So how much more have we lost? Well, that's a very nice amount of victory there, but it's mostly. See, there the CMEs are going. So, well, Germany. How much time do we have for that? Why, 125 days. Well, there, Germany. I'm sure you'll be fine without me. Let's do this before I forget. Well, I'm sure the Germans will be able to handle it fine themselves. So let's actually grab all of these and reposition them. Because, well, we're not going to be able to do much here. We should be back in time, but it's not 3 hours. 2 more foci, and then we'll have. If Prussia's army with the state, was it navy? Yeah, it's navy. It's very much time to build. The trouble is that if they lose, we'll just get full annexed. There's just no way around that. And of course, I'll have to pull my navy back. But I'll do it after my army has retreated, because otherwise they'll just get shot to hell and back. So what are you doing? Still have your commands, but are you repairing? No, you're not. What are you doing? Oh, there you go. Wait, how the hell is Madras still living? At least they're war triggered here, but how much time do we have? A little bit less than 100 days. Right, so this is, at least they're coming over. Now, one thing I really don't want to see is right, so the Donald Alliance. Now, what I'm gonna have to do here is, I don't like that. Ooh, I have to. All right, so this is gonna be great since I also have to go for the northern side. You need to be switched out. So we'll also have to take all this. The biggest noise will be that we have a very nice front line here. But, oh, actually have ships now. Oh, those are German Empire bombers. Now, when is my army gonna arrive here? Well, the Ottomans are just gonna crush them. If the Ottomans find each of these, one step at a time, they're just gonna win. It's 39. Go for that. The CMEs have 30 to 47 divisions. I do have attack modifiers for them and very high quality troops, but I wouldn't have expected to be fighting this soon. So this might go way, way, way worse than expected. If these guys can hold the line, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to hold it out. But I'm very much not sure. We can delete this front line. And this one too. I have no clue how Madras is still living, but they're doing a darn good job of it. Now, one thing that will be very problematic if Germany loses, which, how is it doing on that, by the way? Well, it's getting close, is that I will get full annex and become another puppet. Or I just might get annexed and I'll lose. Oh yeah, you get the air wings for the carriers there. Yeah, the thing is, I could either keep these divisions here, but yeah, they're going to be focusing here. I'm going to move some troops back, get some more factories. Alright, so they have most of them there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, let's say 4 of you, put them on this guy. Do the paratrooper folks, you got a special general. Oh, you mean the East Asian Fallschirmjäger? Sure. I haven't even tried that yet. This guy is moderately okay. This Easy Asian unit, no, it doesn't yet, but it most likely will. Now, by the way, I didn't see the special general yet either, so it'll be pretty great to see. I'll grab one if you put them over here. Now, if I can cut them off here, that'll be pretty good for this heap. But I'm not sure they're Netherlands. If I can rush them over here, it'll be pretty good too. So I can cut them off from both sides. However, I only have... Thank you there, game. 20 more days. Right, I'm gonna deploy these. Should allow him to get enough organization before the war triggers. We'll see how this is gonna pan out, because I haven't fought this war yet. Now these guys, yeah, it's very nice of you to defend that, but I will need you actually fighting sooner rather than later. I'll keep helping out with the naval here, because I don't... It depends on the Japanese join. If they do... They aren't allied, so I don't think so, but I'll be royally screwed if they do. So we'll have to see about that. Is the South African Civil War is going to trigger? Yes, it did. How much do we have here? We are sorely lacking in that. I'll be taking the... I'll be taking after the next focus, which will be the Special General one, I guess. We'll go and focus on the leftmost one where you get more infantry equipment. There we go. Fall of London. Did I just completely ignore the fall of London? To be fair, London falls rather easily these days. It's the Caribbean Federation. And it's the... God damn you Germans. What's wrong with you people? If we go for war economy, it'll be pretty good. I can't have any military staff, unfortunately. I think... Service by require. I'd rather not go beyond that, since I will get the other focus, the research for mass assault doctrine soonish. So UOB is getting mauled hell and back, but the commune also needs to surrender, and the French Republic hasn't yet triggered. It's declared war yet. So, oh, it's, oh, of course, the USA is not delivering. I'll check upon them in a bit. How are you doing here? You are in a stalemate, it seems. Of course, you're not at war with the Pacific States, but these guys haven't switched much. Right, so we're gonna bump up that production. I also need artillery, but yeah. Come on, Siam. I'm waiting here. Come on. I especially moved my troops over here. You're not going to disappoint me now, are you? 21 divisions against 10. Ooh. I mean, really, not much is happening. Okay. Now, of course, I could use the constant force that war, but I expected a bit more here from you. Disappointed here. We'll just go and watch the Germans die then, I guess. Which, well... yeah, they're just fall of Berlin. German Empire is almost dead. So, very good timing there to call in Poland and its 17 divisions. Still supporting them somewhat, I guess, but where's their capital now? I guess we're soon going to see the Germans in exile in Middle Africa. Because I don't think they've exploded yet. No, they didn't. How the hell are the Germans still alive? Mongolia declared war? UAB is pushing them back too. Planetarian War. Oh, nice, Carlists. Thank you there. Maltese Jetmons. What? Why would Malta do that? Come on, we're trying to be slightly realistic here. And he says playing a mod in which Germany won the First World Krieg. You just move to a first world country. I'll fix all your internet problems. And then I don't mean the USA, of course. So how's all this doing? Feels very good. There we... What? What? So... They cancel? No, you can't cancel a... You only can cancel while you're still making it. So, what happened here? And the folk to make it is like... Yeah, alright, so, oh yeah, of course it can run out after 2 weeks. But why would they then start fabricating for one that is like twice as big and not declare war? Someone broke something, and I will do this even though it's a bit ahead of time. Oh, how nice of you to continue fabricating on us there, CM. Wait, why can I justify against you? What? But I am I'm no longer a puppet? Wait. Ah! That would explain that. I'm no longer a puppet. Well, we can go and kill... Oh no. I need to pull my fleet out here. Please go back here, because you're no longer needed there. Nope, stop doing this. Get over here. So we're I'm feeling the Kaiser's dead. Nice, we got the People's Army. We'll continue down this path. And we'll now go and continue request arms from Berlin, of course. So we get some nice of some of these. Which of course, I mean, where we don't have planes. Which is nice. But it's not too useful. So we'll be converting these and plucking them here. Canadian Commonwealth and it's been merged? Well, we're never gonna lose this war now. Can you white piece those Sindhis? You have nothing to share. No, I can't. So, since the war got merged, which made no sense by the way, we're never gonna lose this, because I've never seen UOB win against the Commonwealth. And I'm going to check out the general. That's new. We have General Dietrich Witzel. Ooh, it's very good for the out-of-supply one there. So we'll grab you for the... We have 2 divisions here to attack. Social program of Ukraine. Wait, what? Did you... Oh, Ukraine triggered it, so civil war, probably. No, they switched. What happens if the CSA eventually join they'll join in. Ah, so we have the government in exile here. With a special little tree here. I wonder what they'll do. Now, interestingly, if they aren't in the war, are they? They should be, but they're not. Alright. Who we have here? Hey, it's Vladimir Romanov. Yeah, it's one of the things that was being worked on. So, how's my little fleet here doing? There you are. You are significantly smaller, but I think I still have a bit that spliced stuff. You are going to patrol this. And I'm gonna check out the bit of fleet that should still be here. One thing I really don't like is it's fleet hunting. Like, nice, but I can't see where the hell my fleets are. Here, it's a single destroyer. Amazing. No, no, you can go back. Wait for the Rwanda. I mean, as is very, like, we want all the countries that pop out of Middle Africa. You can press the fleet icon at the top right. I always forget that. See, Navy. Yeah, here. I always forget the screen for some reason. Eventually, we want all the countries to have a tree, including all the pop-out states, as you would call them. Or more, as I would call them. So how is our fabrication on you going? It'll be done before yours, so we're gonna crush you. Well, is it gonna be a will have more issues in the sense that it's a future tense? Ooh, nice there. Warsaw fall. GG Poland. Because right now I'm having not that many troubles. Yeah. It wouldn't be a shitter and lose. It's completely and utterly my fault, of course, that the Commune of France here won. Why does Germany control a little bit of southern England? They don't. That's the Commonwealth there. And it's the French Republic. Should have revolts now since the Kaiser's fallen. Yeah, they should. Since your whole, the whole backing of your government. So a nice civil war would be nice, a big one, which you are prone to lose, where you as player, of course, can switch to the winning side. But it's all to be implemented. The same with the internal tree here. That's on our right side. This one. We'll go after Naval after this, of course. So it's 39. We're already doing that preemptively. We can carry on a great review. What's your duty to protect the Kaiserreich? I can't be helped that the Germans decide to go, YOLO, we're gonna help Ireland, and that I can't get my fleet over in time to prevent the British from landing with 30 divisions. It's not my fault, they're just fools. You have only cores in the Malayan part, yes. Otherwise I would be able to recruit here, although I'm never sure. Yeah, here, controller. There we go, we get our arms and our research bonus, and we can continue that. Waking the Tiger is gonna be a giant headache for everyone at Kaiserreich. It's been like, oh, let's rework everything we've ever done. We're gonna start cruiser manufacturing in a bit here. I think I'll build more cities. I mean, come on, we want nukes someday, right? There is currently no way to extend the cores. You could ask Indy if he plans to implement that. Let me see, decrease this. No more German bailout money. I'm missing my glasses of wine against the wall. That's what finished that off. And a very giant pah. I have not built any forts. Normally you would have foci that could do that for you, but currently they don't do anything, so no. And because in my previous test I didn't fight any war here, so I didn't bother really. Poor Albania. And they're back as a puppet. Fortify Singapore. Yeah, with this lovely focus. That's I mean, it's nice that it has a custom effect, but it doesn't actually do anything. It'll be in the final patch, of course, where you have a choice between factories and defensive lines. And I personally would have put a defensive line on Singapore because it's if you lose it, you're dead. However, as I said, it doesn't work, so you go for the factories. Yes, please send me everything you can. What am I missing here? Yeah, it's carrier fighters. I'm not gonna spend my precious on that. Alright, so we're in the positive, but that's gonna change once we're actually gonna fight here, because it's a big deficit. Though I'll tone this in a bit and put you on lower. I'll pot you out so you at least get reinforced. And I'm gonna grab half of you and put you on here. There we go. And now these will get less, they'll get less reinforcements. It depends on Singapore when. If I would have switched to the Indo-Chinese here, I would have had an independence one. But this war is just gonna be not on our side. We're just gonna ignore this. And the same party as the French Republic. I feel disgusting. So how are the Americans doing? Well, the Union State is doing pretty well. But we know what time it is. It's make a backup save and hope nothing crashes and burns here. Ignore the broken flags here. It's fighting time or dying time. We'll see. Long is long gone. Alright. So I wonder who's gonna accept. Oh, I have no allies, of course. How about your pathetic fleet there? See it crushed. I'll set them to search and destroy. Now, all we have to do is not what we're doing right now. I'm sure this will go over fine. They cancel the Lend-Lease. Now, what kind of bunch of dicks? So all I need to do is to do them, because then we can encapsulate. Naval invade behind them. Yeah, I'm probably planning on doing that. I'll need some spare troops for that, though. I'll grab you. If I do it over here, it's all too thick. That's fine. Nope. Boy. You! Ah, fine, move over here then. Can I... Well, since you're not doing too much fighting, I'll grab a fresh boy. Grab you, another incompetent bastard. So you're gonna land... Is there anything here wide? I think I'll land over here. That's the best place. Yes, please. More guns is always good. That's not looking too hot there. Right, so I'm gonna give you a fallback line here. So they are winning over here, but these guys aren't. That's because it's way too long of a play. So I'll put these on a fallback line right here. There we go. Yeah, it's just not gonna work out otherwise. No little multiplayer guys which compared to the guy multiplayer bench. The KR team at one. Do you want one? Oh, we got cut off. Great. Very much not great though. Oh, of course they fool moved back. Wait, no, I put the fallback line here. Well, this is good. So just go and attack them. Yes, just move. You guys go over there. So are you done yet? This will actually so we can. Yeah, just attack the port. You know that if you're being attacked, you can't move back. So, stop going so hot here. And of course, they're not moving. Oops. There we go. That fixed that. Let's put you on the front here. When are you gonna move? Wait, we lack in... Oh, you're not doing anything. Yeah, just carry on. Can you just surround them to the port on the right? I can't land here. Oh, I think there is nothing over there now. Nah, I could have landed there just now. Why the hell am I... Some of this has not reached... Wait, what? You're in the ports. I'm confused here. Oh boy, I'll... No, they are moving pretty fast, so I'll capture them there. Yeah, the thing is I haven't fought this war yet, so I wouldn't realize this was basically... I would have prepared better. I can, of course, still go back to my safety save and just redo everything. I mean, there's a reason why I made it. So what the hell are you doing? What? Maybe I... Where's my navy? Like, you? What? I did not really understand what was going on here. There were... Safes coming already? I might... A multiplayer balance guy. Currently we don't have anyone on that, and I doubt we would have many people who could do that, since it's pretty hard to do, and it's really hard and would more take the fun out of everything. We might make a multiplayer submod, but that's really something I can't say anything about. Now this guy is gonna be fun, but a bit late to the party. Since I'm sure this will end fine. Go over there, by the way. Yeah, I didn't prioritize convoy escort. I realized that after the fact. And you're not doing anything, so I'll put... There we go. That should help a bit too. No, don't delete that, please. So, how's this going here? Oh, I never switched that out, did I? That's gotta be not so great if I want to add this and changes for the engineering company. Sure, I'll be fine in regards to all my support equipment. So it should go better this time. When are you? Are you on? Oh, you're on your way. Great. Yeah, see, they just encountered a division there. Or two. What I can do is I can put you over here. And then as soon as you arrive... Yeah, there, and then pull out back. Of course he's being fought, so... And of course they position the troops there. Well, the chances we're gonna win this one is pretty small. But of course we have the safety save, which we can use to go back in time, and we're not winning this here either. How's their strength? About more the same, but their defense, of course, way higher because they're the defending in that case. think there's quite a bit here that I wouldn't... Oh, we actually landed. So, attack a bit more forcefully, please. Like, a lot more forcefully. Might be able to salvage some of this still. Because you're gonna be wiped. Come on. If this can break before that, we'll get at least a slight victory. It'll be a moral victory, right? Yeah, we're losing. We're not even losing that more men, that's more many men than them, but we're still playing like garbage. Performing worse than I would have imagined, even though they are very much out of supplies. So that, or no, that's not ports. Check China. Oh boy, that's the big Republic of China. King is snaking its way through Mongolia while being screwed by the Fengchang. And Republic of China took over the AOG. And I think they grabbed some land of Qing? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there. But the Republic of China has a very nice modified basic tree, which gives them quite a bit of CBs. Alright, great, they're encircled. Just go ham, please. We'll be over in a second here. Right, so you, all on that. First, go over here. Do it normally now, please. So there we shifted the balance to be bad for their sides. So the problem here is this is pretty built up. So were I to lose all this land, it's just not going to be so great. Manpower to service by requirements. The thing is, my manpower is pretty needed too. The National Protection Alliance. Yeah, this front here is losing. It's too long. But if I lose it, like generally just lose it, I'll be losing basically all my infrastructure and my economy there. If these battles aren't going many places, well, that's winning, but I'm thinking that's going to turn around pretty soon. How are my superior German forces losing against? Oh yeah, they're surrounded. Decryption advantage. Death. It's not so hot. It's going not so hot. Yeah, right. So we expanded a bit here. Great. Just push that advantage, please, because we'll get the if we get the port here, we'll cut them off from supplies. And last I checked, that's a pretty important thing to do. So we cut them off. Now the thing is, once this front is winning, it might pull troops away from here. But it's a rough guess, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. Although unfortunately it will create a stalemate over here. Wow, that's not going great at all. Although, how the hell was this winning? Why? That was pretty strange. Right, naval invasion on their capital. That That would actually be a reasonable idea. No, I know I didn't capture the port yet, but why the hell were they attacking like that? You can't even spare another buddy here. I have a feeling this is not going to work out. What's their 83%? It's quite a bit. Oh yeah, you're already helping there. Good. So you're preparing, yeah, to one more day. Ooh, oh, you're encircled. Oh, that's just grand. Fall of Bangkok. So you just gotta rush to Chiming, right? I'm sure that'll be fine. How much did they lose? About half. How much was it worth? How much was it worth? 15. How much are you worth? 5. No, go over there, then over there. We'll see how it works out. If this works, it's gonna be pretty surprising. But I need to find out how many VP they have in total. So you are 5 worth. Why are you not going towards your own capital, you idiots? How much time till the... Wow, that's pretty short. Right, so currently they're on 57... No, 50% towards... It owns 57%. It loses 5. 57, and it loses 10%, so it has 50 in total. We need to bring it 30%, so we need to earn another 15. Oh boy. First of all, how the hell did it work out? Yeah. There of course are retaking it already. So, oh, their capital's here now. It's 4. Oh, right, the guys it got destroyed. But we'll lose this division pretty certainly. Oh, yes. But, what are they doing? I'm actually pretty wondering that. Why do I own these extra? I know I took the stage of them, but sure that makes sense. To like, well, we dug a tunnel from here to like all the way over here to ship all the guns they're manufacturing out. So we at least can clear this up. Take their port away. There we go, great. And this is of course still working. What a great idea to just go and sit there and do nothing. Come on. How are you losing this battle with 5 divisions? Well, done. No, let's not do that. Let's not attack over river. Slightly bad idea. How are you still alive? So... So they need to lose... Oh, these cities are worth more than I expected, but there's a single division there. It's not moving. Alright, great. Finally. Oh, alright, that's not doing much. What I think I can do is I keep these buzz busy. Well, they're doing a bit. I'll see how this advances, otherwise I'll just grab a lot more units. Grab a lot more naval landings. Just carpet their whole countryside. Because yeah, you're end of line. It's a shame. Oh, we've actually taken another province here. Looks like please cut them off there. Yeah, the extra division there is just KIA. Press on. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't really matter anymore now. Your military expert is great, the Centurion's fine. Hey now! We're not dead yet, and I'm fighting against all odds. Siamese odds. It's just, why am I still occupying this? They're finally moving in. Chicago. Oh yeah, they. I think the Union State is gonna win this, just roughly speaking. Yeah, they're just gonna win that. The French, Belgium still holding strong. Same for the Netherlands. Amazing. Why the hell is Brussels still alive? Why is any of this still alive? Oh, of course it's the enemy. Wait, Belgium? Oh, they probably released it. But London still hasn't fallen. Fortress Britain is still alive. At least I can't get navally invaded. That's I can be glad about that. 60-40s, so we'll grab you. We just gotta hold out till we can build the bombs, guys. The nukes, then we'll be finally... Then we can win. So what I need you to do... like that. Since they are quite moving away. And they are very low organization here. Not give this up yet. So what I could do is put these all over here and just retake that, but I'm sure we'll be fine here. This is the Reichstag. Well, it's burning very much, but we're not dead yet. Yeah, sure, they're Caribbean. They're gonna fall, that's for sure. There we go. So they lost more, but they have quite a bit more divisions than me. This alternate version of the this. Well, the Western power is again on the losing side here. So this is holding on, sort of. Der Untergang Ostasien-Version. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Yeah, I kind of made a lot of mistakes there. Will we gain territory or will we just puppets? Well, I do play EU4, so it's gonna be like 99% sure puppet annex, since that's just what I do. So we can't use manpower for much, but sure we can. Good stability there. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning there. I could have set up some naval invasions and that would have helped me a lot. But, I mean, sure we can leave that behind us. And we'll grab some jungle marines too. What 2 focuses down there gives you more, gives you extra strength in jungles. Damn you, damn you there, you Irish. Jesus Christ. It's 7 German divisions struggling against 3 Siamese ones. Oh, thank you there for giving it back again. This certainly isn't helping our fighting strength. Oh, we're losing this again. Never mind. Just ignore the comments I made before there. Ooh, King has capitulated. And there's the Empire of Japan coming down on my ass. Oh boy. Just tiny Mongolia there. And the Russians haven't been fighting in Europe much, so they're coming down on Mongolia quite a bit. Yeah, this is gonna be GG. Even if this war was going pretty well against Japan, what's their navy like? I'm gonna assume way better than mine. Yeah, especially with Grandpappy Germany dead. They had the stream Riga style. You know what I'm gonna do? I would love to actually put these over here, but due to supply limit, they aren't gonna be doing much. What I could try is pulling these back and putting a naval invasion, but I doubt that I'll actually have enough time to... They declared war upon the Russians too. What's coming in point 6? Currently announced is the Italy rework, which will splice it up into more states, 4. You can play as a battle pope too. And this new tree, the German East Asia, is also included. And it's what I'm previewing right now, so... Come on, we're almost winning a battle again. Never mind. False hope. I've played better campaigns. I remember the Kaiserreich multiplayer that we played a while back, the in-house one, where we played, I think on the public version, or I think we played on the dev version. It was pretty good. I spent as Ukraine doing half of the time nothing, and then in the end just barging over Russia and annexing like 3/4 of them. That was pretty great. So yeah, you're lost. Fall back to Saigon. The AOG, I'm not sure about the AOG actually. They currently have a basic focus tree, but I'm not sure if that will change. It's certainly possible, but I don't take my word for guarantee. I'm just gonna pull you back. Let's just call this here a loss. They should be able to pull out 99% of them. This isn't all core land, so it doesn't matter much. Still not great, since we'll get all those divisions on our ass now. But I should be able to set up a way better naval invasion now, which I'll most likely do. We have Mr. 6-star over here. Alright, so we have you. We're gonna put in a naval invasion of your capital, which will then spread out to the surrounding provinces, not trying to do a bomb rush into surrounding stuff. There we go. What I'll actually also do is I'll put you here and give you a priority for stuff. Still want to... It doesn't make sense for GEA to have a democratic path, so it's not gonna happen. Alright, so... we should be seeing them leave soon. 42 days. Kinda makes sense. So yeah, we won't be annexed here. They have been losing more men than me, but that doesn't say much when they have way more divisions and men than me. Yeah, we're going to the narrow slog here. That's always the worst. You have the same in... Alright. Alright, get your asses over there. Hawaii has joined in. Oh no, they're navally invading that. I think it's Japan. The Fengtian government joined in. I'm sure we'll hold our ground here. Please be getting more men. This is not happening at all because we're giving them nothing. Oh, this is gonna be bad. But I'll do this here. Yeah, it's gonna be very much Japan now. When are you moving here, buddy? 12 days. So yeah, the Japanese Navy. Wait. Oh, it's the other side there that I'm not protecting right now, which I will actually change. No, just not protect that. Just doesn't matter. This is how the Vaterland, so the Vaterland dies, with thunderous applause. Well, mostly with a lot of dead Germans. Well, and Indonesians technically too. But hey, I'm just here to show it off, not to show actually good gameplay. I never guaranteed that, and I never will too, because. Eastern Micronesia, how important? Because I'm not imagining many of you saw my other streams, but they display about the same level of skill. Alright, they're invading. But of course they've got men on their capital now. So we'll see how that goes. Hey, I never claim to have good gameplay, but gameplay I can deliver. There we go. Get on there. Oh, they're retreating. Let's do it on another province here, shall we? Oh, come on. So they're back here. Get rid of that. Let's do it on that one over there. This takes them to 42 days. We get a bit more men. Should actually put on that plan. Since there are Marines, it will help a bit. What do I need? Iron. I have my. So it's better to grab one without. Oh, there aren't any. We need to go to the west. I'm sure you'll all be happy to provide there. No men have fallen. Oh no, the Netherlands! The last bastion of proper stroopwafels has fallen. And this is just disgusting. Utterly disgusting. The French occupying it all. Just awful. So yeah, we're not making progress here. So you guys might want to take a break. Stop freezing here, game. There we go. So, you see Singapore. I used to own this too, and this. Then I got invaded, and then I basically pulled back all my troops here because I was losing. And this is what left. We're doing a preview of German East Asia, which is a new country in 0.6. We're not losing that too. We're just losing that. So either I'm incredibly underpowered, or they have way more divisions. Yeah, they have like 50 divisions over there. That's what I feared when I pulled them back here, they would all come crushing down. 20 more days. Just hold out here, guys. I'll be invading them from the back in a week or two. Inferior enemy. You might want to recheck that statement there, buddy. Since that's not going so hot. These don't really matter since I mean it's not really important, all this land here. Like, we can lose it and still be fine. Of course, I'd rather have it. That's not going so hot. Paradox could find. Europe is probably not doing much. I mean, we have France who's taken over everything here, and they're allied with the UOB. They're fighting against small pockets here, but mostly the commune of Canada, who is the ally here, is landing stuff on Ireland, but they're not invading Britain at all. I think Britain has like a huge line of troops there. How did I get... How do I still have all these factories? So I am missing quite a bit of steel here. Yeah, the Isle of Man too. You're not doing anything. Yeah, the USA is still alive. How are they still alive? Oh, they're being crushed still. Yeah, I'll show the tree off in a second here. Army part. Economy part with a little bit here. Air parts. Navy bits. And the unfinished internal affairs, which is why they aren't being progressed in right now. So are you invading yet? They have landed. See how they do. Oh, it's great fun. However, what happened in this game is that the Zweite Weltkrieg triggered way earlier than I would have thought, or had predicted actually. So what happened there is that I could build up less, Germany could build up less, we got crushed, we got freed, I declared this war, didn't go so hot. Don't retreat out of the port, you fool. So, and this war, it's if you look at the men, it's going okay, but we've been losing land all the while. We've taken like this bit here. That's it. Now you should try and advance. Or never mind. Of course you have the Chinese Republic. Hey, Qing is back. Aren't you a puppet? Yeah, of Mongolia. Unoccupied puppets. But Mongolia is losing to the Russians. I'm sure this will go fine. So how about you lone wanderer? Go and do a nice detour there. I'm sure that'll work out. Oh crap, my convoys are gone. How did I not know this? That's why I'm getting no trade. Yeah, let's just lose production there. Should retreat your naval division. Yeah. No, don't. Thank you, fool. It's not really what I intended. Why are you not moving? Nitro what was bad. Oh, never mind. It's a different chat there that got highlighted. Why are you not moving out? Even if in the first moments, from what I remember, that you get the pull-out command, you'll usually just get the hell out of Dodge. because there is very little more. Yeah, sure, we can get a small ship manufacturer. Oh no, convoys! Yeah, this could have gone a lot, but they are just hold your ground here. They are still getting supplies, but they aren't getting a chance to to get their organization back. Yeah, they're dead. I do not have the iron. And there's no one willing to sell me iron over land. That's why the convoys keep cancelling. So we just send this all away. Alright, so there they go. Great. Oh, you better not murder like the last few divisions. There they go. Get out of there, please. There we go. We got them all out. So how about that white peace mechanic, eh? Who am I kidding? White peace mechanic in this game. I'm not a dev, no. I am a tester. And, well, I guess streamer now too. So yeah, that's why. I do not hold any creative direction over the Kaiserreich mod. Which is why questions about that won't bring much fruit here. For some reason, the Japanese aren't doing much besides occupying these islands. But I wonder what they're going to do once we're done with that. It's not going to happen, that's... I think I'll go and reload the save soon and try again. Because I have a feeling this is not going many places. Because this is just too small. Like we can't encircle them, we can't properly navally invade. It's 42 yet? No, it's still 41. This is not the AOG, it's a different nation. They are annexed here by the rule of China, but they were there at the beginning. How many divisions are there here? I think the naval invasion there is a good idea. Port on the left? What port on the left? You mean this port here on the right? Oh, from the port here on the left. Wait, how many did I select? 4. Fine. I think I could... If I get lucky and drop over here, would I work out fine? Would I work out the best? Yeah, wait. Oh, no, that should work. One second here. There we go. There is actually a mod here, but I think he's AWOL. But banning should work just fine. So the only trouble here is that I won't have supplies to 50. It doesn't work. You're very... sorry, I'm actually having a reasonable amount here. Give me your iron, please. Now, how far along are you? At least we're holding them sort of back. That's the Union State having won that, I imagine. Yeah, that's the American Union State. Don't see them win too often, actually, but Mr. Long very much was victorious. That's nice to see, though. I wonder what they're gonna do. Are they doing anything yet? Oh, they're gonna fight with the Pacific States. That I can see. No, it's magical. They didn't deadlock. It surprised me. It surprises me too. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send one division over to block them off, and another to go get supply. Oh no! The Japanese, of course. Oh boy, I don't think naval invasions are gonna work out anymore. Oh no, they aren't. So we're locked on our little island here. No manpower. Superior Nippon Japanese still crushes through our hulls like it's nothing. This could have gone slightly better. But we can always, through the magic of cheating, fix that. So I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Like, we can't break through. We're losing these battles here. Especially with the Japanese. I have no clue how far they are with their expeditions. But it's not gonna be too long. So I think I'll give it another shot, or give myself another shot with a reloaded save. Because this is just a mess. Here, I can try this assault. It's nothing. So we'll go and retry that. I think it's this one, right? Yeah. So yeah, this was before the war. Sorry, so recap. What went wrong there was a lot. This couldn't be held back. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna it would be interesting to see him fail to unite the States this time, but I doubt it. We're gonna position some naval invasions over here to cut them off. The problem is they still have this port, but we'll see about that. For the rest, I'm not sure how to actually salvage this situation here. We don't have the men to do that. So what we could do is, since we don't care about any of these, we can launch a pretty big naval invasion from a couple of ports here and just lay waste over here. Try and get this line here and then grab the inland with the points. Use as defense. I can't defend this. That's the point. They have way too many men here. So I'm gonna split this up into two groups. I mean, this is gonna be just a nice attempt here, because I wonder how we're gonna do. No, wait, what? Why? Oh, horses. So we have those. We're also gonna embark on a small one over here. We're gonna grab you, and put you. Yeah, sure, put you on here. And you're gonna be landing over there. It's not a valid province for the invasion. What? So try it over here. This is not a valid province for the invasion. All right, no, screw you, you cycle. do it from over here. What is it with this? This is not a valid province for the invasion. I don't really remember seeing the messages that often. Let's try another province then. It's not a valid. What? How long is this available? 26th of March. Wow, no divisions, 0 transports, hold on their paradox. Even if I try and go back in the peninsula, I see what you mean. And before we actually bite ourselves too big in the... Oh, we don't have the naval dockyards yet. So what if I do it from not here, but from like here? It's still not a valid province. Ah, well. I'm not really sure why it's not working. They're both, you know, Marines. I didn't try this port yet. Please move the cursor over to the marked area existing yada yada yada. What? It's very nice information you give there in your tooltips. Still doesn't work. I have no clue at all. Save here again, see if we can trigger the war with more success this time. Wait, why are you all sitting over here? What is going on here? So you... come over there. You should all move to there then, you know? Too many units are doing naval evasions. Oh yeah, of course. I thought the limitation here was 10 per. Guessing I'll have to grab this one later. Ah, yeah, I see. But I won't get the research done before. Alright, so I know we can only have maximum of 10 then now. So here it's 2 and 8. I can let them replan immediately after. No, then don't go back, but put a fallback here. Alright, then I know. But then it still doesn't really explain why I would say it was an invalid plan, invalid location. I understand if I couldn't put more there, but it still makes no sense. Well, let's see if this will work. Of course, might actually be useful to do that. Well, let's look at outfield. Alright, so you're moving out. So the naval invasion is... Wait, what? Oh, you need 2 more days. Well, it's fine. Get out. Get out of here. Because as soon as this one's done, I should be able to... Why the hell are you back up here? No. Get down there. So they do have units there. But the others should still land. Come on. Which they aren't doing. Not so sure here. Right, great. We've got you encircled this time. Oh, no. Wait, what are they doing? Oh, Christ. I forgot about that. No, damn it. No, that's the thing. These are way too narrow to properly advance to, and I don't really see another way other than naval invasion them properly in the beginning. Yeah, they're going back. Should have put it on escort suit. Wait, what? I'm not sure of another way to properly do that, damn it. Maybe it's just not gonna work out today here. This is going way better, but no, that's not going so great. Oh, there you go. But you're not taking them all with you. Yeah, that's not going to work out, that I can tell you now. But hey, you tried, right? Wait, no, if they got the ports, you can start moving over. No, don't do that. Is there even a way to force them to go via the port? So why is there only one division over there? Did that... How did they die? Clicking on the port just selects them here. Click. Right clicking doesn't do that either. Oh, you mean right click on the destination ports. Okay, try that. There we go. Cheers. So are you done here? Yeah, there go the Netherlands. And this is going great. Why is no one protecting the land? Add more factories, because that makes sense. I should reorganize this. Some more from the Chinese. I'm sure they'd be happy to provide. Alright, great. The 6 have arrived. Wait, what's moving back? No, no, I'm gonna... You gotta be kidding me. And of course, it's impossible to tell your navy halfway through to get back. Yeah, nice, we took Bangkok. Now all we need to do is actually... Why did you start moving back? Go and reinforce them, please. Should be no units there. And of course now they're getting cancelled either. Oh, they're... Wow, they actually have redirection over there. Please, let's gain that damn organization back. This seems to be somewhat working out, but we'll see how it goes. What? Why? You're still there. Get over there, please. Well, that's Barcelona fell. Oh, the Carlists have just ended. I don't think we're gonna win this. Yeah, I could have done this better in a lot of different ways. The tactic normally would be to expand way earlier and not give any country even the option to expand. Well, that doesn't work if you're a puppet at the beginning. You gotta wait for Germany to go and get off their asses. But so is the life of a subject. So let you get your stuff back a bit. See what we can get done over here. We can get this guy from two sides. I think we'll have a way better chance. Yeah, we won this battle. Maybe we'll help him out. Yeah, this should still be fine. How's this going over here? It used to be a winning battle. It's not any longer. Yeah, I'll have to go to service by requirement here. Some medium to actually get some new divisions on the ground. Almost there. Of course, they. I don't understand how that works, but in an attacked province, how some divisions can just not help him. Grab their capital again. There we go. Alright, so we have that. Let's see if we can keep on, hold on to it. Oh no, I'll just not do that there. That's the one dockyard. If we can hold on to this, then I'll be pretty happy. Because this is going nowhere. Another 30 days, by God. At least he's getting a nice amount of traits there. So if they expand men, etc. on this, then it would be great. Let's see if this works. This is just a giant gamble, mostly. It'll be fun if it works. I've basically given up on the chances of a proper victory here. So we're just trying if we can do a bit of a sneaky strat and take care of some of their victory points. But of course this could all collapse pretty easily. All the same. Okay, try and cut off the peninsula. Yeah, I could grab you. And go over here. Where's your capital? My capital's down there. It's down on the peninsula in Singapore. It's over here. And yeah, I think just grab these and reinforce them over here. But you're gonna go and retreat here. And you guys can stop doing that, please. No. You just defend that a bit if we can. Well, it's making them panic, alright. Get over here, please. Just give up that bits. Since they are just really properly surrounding it already. Breaking out of this might be hard. However... do is just grab half of you. See if we can go and attack that. If we can break out here, this will provide a nice so they can't attack us from over here. Got the landing craft. I mean, if we want to, we can do way bigger invasions now. See how this works out. So it's sort of having a panic attack on them. They're moving back, all right. As I thought I put 2 units on this, but I guess not. That's a lot of convoys that got sunk. And the Japanese didn't even start the war. Damn it, they put units there. No, damn it, get out of there, please. If you can. Oh, why did you get that? There's a reason that I put you guys back there. Because it's only my own fault. Well, that didn't work. And should get redirected to that port. Yes, that's what I wanted. Yes, you get redirected to the proper port this time. It's over. Sure there, buddy. I think winning against a properly built-up Kingdom of Siam is pretty difficult. At the start of this war, they had at least, I want to say double, but probably at least 50% more than what we had in divisions. Ah, there we go. The king which will pop out in a bit, and then Japanese war. I don't. This probably is defendable war, a winnable war by a person better than me. But yeah, therein lies the problem. I mean, not all the campaigns that I do are a total burning wreck, but this certainly was one of them. Yeah, these are slowly being slaughtered. The war against Japan will actually be incredibly grueling, since they're going to take all the islands. That won't be great. But yeah, this campaign actually envisioned a lot different. I did a campaign this morning which ended way different. We went to Russia. We took them over, just murdered them. Then we went over to the French, crushed them because the French Empire invaded at around the same time. You know, a normal game as how you would expect it to happen. And they're dead. So yeah. Totally not unlike this one. Like, I made a special event to release yourself as a puppet from Germany because I had expected the game to basically be incredibly boring after the Second World War would have ended. But that's still going on. With giant losses on our side. Good night there, Sava. But I don't think we'll be continuing this for too much longer, because if I wanted to redo it, to try this again, I'd probably have to redo the whole campaign. But of course you can of course try this campaign yourself once this version releases in a long time. 0.6 won't be soon, that I can tell you. 2 more Marines. Let's not use those for all those failed naval invasions. Naval invasions are not going to work anymore due to the Japanese Navy. So yeah, I think I'll be calling it soon here. This war is not going to be won by me. I think all the naval invasions that I could have done would not save me here. It was pretty fun to do. I hope I can show off more of Kaiserreich new countries, of course, as they arrive from the very hot presses. But we'll see about that. I hope at least it was enjoyable and you get a good idea of what you could have done. Of course, we could have switched to the Revolter Nation in the beginning. I wonder what they had in store for me. We could have maybe actually fought against Russia and beaten them, or not get ourselves utterly crushed by the Commune. So many ifs, but in the end that's what Kaiserreich is about. Paratrooper spam is the thing you could have done. Yeah, I could have done that, but my original plan was to have it a lot more on my order, in the sense that we would first be doing wars where I'd just be fighting here in Russia and in France and winning them, very importantly, and then just get back here, execute the debug event where I wouldn't become a puppet anymore, and just conquer everything around, prepare nice invasions, do paratrooper landings, etc. Flesh out research a bit more, because in the run I did this morning, only at about 42 I was done with the wars in Europe, meaning you would have a lot more time to build up men, your research, your economy, etc. But that's all for another time. Stuff can go wrong, maybe more often than not with me. But as I said before, it's a game about ifs, and you can all try and change it up yourself once you guys get your hands on this tree. Of course, it'll be more fleshed out, with these bits doing more, and this bit too. But that's for another day. I really enjoyed this preview. It's been 3 hours. I think that's around a good length. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys will enjoy it when it comes out, and I hope to see you next time with another preview of another country, countries, maybe a battle pope or two. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I mean, I already played around with them a bit, and even though they're far from finished, it's really gonna be good. So yeah, until next time, and have a good evening.